At the 2011 Masters, Rory McIlroy entered the back nine with destiny cradled in his hands. That is the right turn of phrase. He had a one-stroke lead over the field heading into the back nine at Augusta National, but then disaster struck. On the 10th hole, he snap hooked his tee shot out of bounds, ended up with a triple, dropped a few more shots coming in over the back nine as well, and ended up losing out. Charles Schwartzel actually won that Masters at 14 under par. So what we're going to do today in this little Masters special down here at Reddish Vale is take over from Rory on that back nine. Try and win the Masters as Rory McIlroy. So in true YouTube standard, rather than the Masters standards, there's been no warm-up this morning. It's nice and early, it's a bit cold. We're going to throw up the back nine leaderboard here as well, just to show you where we stand. I'm going to be revisiting that through the back nine. Get down into those comments below. Let me know where you think Rory / me is going to be finishing the day. The back nine here at Reddish Vale has a very interesting feature. So this is a Dr. Alistair Mackenzie design, who of course helped design Augusta National, because the last hole here has almost exactly the same elevation as the last hole at Augusta. So whereas Augusta kind of goes up into the right-hand side, the last here at Reddish Vale just goes straight uphill, but it's exactly the same elevation. So there's the challenge. Got to shoot 4 under to win the Masters, 3 under to tie, and then I would, of course, go on to win the playoff. Guys, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel, like this video if you like these type of challenges as well. Follow me on with the social media as well, all linked in the description below. Right, so got Charles Schwartzel to beat, Adam Scott to beat, Jason Day to beat, got everyone to beat. I think even Tiger Woods is on the leaderboard. Come on, Rory, let's go. So the 10th hole here at Reddish, 343 yards, and like the 10th at Augusta, there's out of bounds left. We've got quite a lot of room off to the right-hand side. I'm not trying to be too negative. However, if this happens to find the trees on the right or generally flare off to that side, please forgive me. Or I can just rope draw it onto the green, start with an eagle. Yeah, let's think positively. So I'm going to aim just right to the green, try and let the wind bring it back. Is this wise? First driver swing of the day? Probably not. Oh, keep your head up, keep your head up. Oh. It's going to go back to the bag. My only hope with that is that it sounded like it hit something pretty hard. So hopefully it's kicked back, because it's just a fence. I mean, it was a rope hook. Well, nothing to lose here now, crikey. Rory, I'm so sorry. What disaster. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Straight down it. Don't laugh. Well, the greenkeeper, look, the greenkeeper's here. Tell you what, unbelievable. Rory didn't have this kind of pressure. Not like there was thousands of people watching him. Well, what do we have here? I think you'll find, I mean, listen, I was personally in no doubt about that. I just used a bit of the trees for some ground fade, kicking it back into the fairway, not a problem. Thank you, thank you. Gallery's going wild. Thank you. I can't do a Northern Irish accent. Get a birdie right now, right now. All right, 67 yards. Pretty much exactly the same yardage you'd have into the 515 yard par 4 10th Augusta. 67 yards, which is, oh no, I've got my shot tracer on for my wedge distances. 67 is like half a straight armed sand wedge pretty much. Just feeding it in there. The pin back right is a bit tricky, so I'm just going to aim straight at it. Sit. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, let's face it, all things considered after the tee shot, that's an absolute result. I'm not going to complain. True Masters style as well. I might have to put this mic in another pocket. They do that at the Masters, don't they? How good would that be, by the way? Wouldn't you love to see that? Like getting the players mic'd up. Oh my God. Mic'd up at Augusta. Imagine Spieth and Grella at Augusta mic'd up. Jesus. So it's downhill definitely at the end as well. Early in the morning, a little bit of dew on the greens, but like most Alistair Mackenzie courses I've played, the greens are tricky. A little bit left to right as well. What was I saying? First putt of the day, there's a bit of dew on the greens. They're not quite running as quick as Augusta at the moment. It's still April in the UK. I think you call it one of those on the first hole here. That was a shocking putt. That was so bad. That was so bad. Well, I'm not entirely sure you're going to get much more drama on that than the first hole. Smashing into the trees, out of bounds, pots back out, hit a decent wedge shot. Two shocking putts, like truly shocking. Didn't really have a clue the break, wasn't concentrating. We'll throw the leaderboard up. I mean, I'm still 2 shots better off than Rory was after that hole, but I've dropped a shot against the field straight away. Pete. Now we're getting into Amen corner. 11th hole, 460 yard par 4. It's an interesting hole this because it kind of goes up to a little cliff, then it drops off and then you hit down onto the green. Unless I absolutely mull one to the right side of the fairway or hit it just beyond the next green, I won't actually have a sight of the pin. But I'm now on full, I mean, I need to birdie 5 of the next 8 holes to win. I mean, there's birdie chances here, especially on the last few holes. So stay positive, come on. Bit toey, but that's actually going to be quite good. So that's pitched left side of the fairway, and then it's just rolling down onto the left edge, and that should give us a sight of the green. I actually meant to do that. Now, if I was feeling confident, I'd fly like a 9-iron up there, but oh, Rory, I don't think you've ever felt this stiff and unathletic. Pretty decent, I think. It's not the start I envisaged for young Rory here. Oh, listen, I mean, I'd go on this year to win the US Open, like dominate really. And I have that to look forward to, but at the moment, I'm not feeling too positive. One of the big pluses here, I'm hitting back into wind. There's a big ditch here after the 11th hole, something which I really should have picked up in my practice rounds here at the Masters, but hadn't done. Ooh, that's a bit of a stinky lie as well, that. Oh, that's horrible, that. I've no idea how I'm going to play this. There's like a little blodge of mud behind the ball, like to get into the back of the ball, so I might have to like semi-fat this. Oh, come on, trust it. Use the bounce. Come on, Rory, you got a good short game, lad. It's not bad, actually. I'm not gonna complain too much at that. That was one of those shots that I've literally can't remember last time I faced that. Oh no, look. In the little hole. It's not been like this in the simulator so far this winter. Go on then, go on then, go on! Well, listen, it's going to be bogey. So whereas I needed 4 birdies through 9 holes, I'm going to need 6 birdies through 7 holes. Wow. Now, as mentioned, there are chances. Get into those comments, give me some support. Come on, I need some moral encouragement. Kieran, who's my new social media manager, which is why I want you to follow me on all my social media so you can see his fine work, is not offering any encouragement at all. He's wondering why the hell he's moved up from Dorset to watch this. 170, a little bit back into wind, maybe? Kind of freaked out by that last shot. So 170 back into wind, this would normally be a 7-iron. Feels like it's warming up a touch. Pin's left, so I'm gonna draw it back in. Need a birdie. Like, tough school here at Augusta. So yeah, started out, middle of the green, let it draw back. This is Rory's shot, really. It's absolutely down it. Come on, bit the number, bit the number. Looks awesome. Can't keep class down forever. Can't keep it down. Come on, Roars. Hear the roars. So just short, got, I don't know, 12th hole at Augusta, you'd probably say it's quite lucky because short's normally in the water, but didn't need much more. So me down onto the green here, then it's going to roll down to the right. Again, I need something. Turn, 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 turn! I know it was an outside chance of a chip in, but I do feel that I probably needed that. However, let's have a look at the leaderboard. Let's see where I stand. We've got through a very tricky hole there at the 12th. Now the 13th is normally a nice par 5, but for this year's Masters, shockingly, they've actually made it a par 4 at 450 yards into the wind. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it could have been easier. Like the Greens Committee here at Augusta, they've been pretty harsh for Rory. Maybe I should write them a strongly worded letter. Now I need some 13th hole magic here. 456 yards back into the wind. Need an eagle, so, you know, holding my second shot. It's not... You are? I might want to. I'm doing a Masters special. I'm not Pete today, I'm Rory. Call me Rory. Fans here at Augusta are harsh, man. Powering it up the right side, touch a draw. Hear the roars, come on. Wow, that's a slice, I mean. That's actually on the 16th green. What I've actually found is it's a really good line in from over there. One of the very best things about the Masters, certainly in my experiences when I was there, is the patrons here are some of the most knowledgeable and friendly, hospitable, and just supportive fans in the entire golfing world. You don't really get COVID restriction bunker rules at Augusta, but can move it at the moment. So there's no rakes, so you can move it within about 6 inches and then just give it a foot rake afterwards. 190 left in. Ooh, out of that 4-iron. I know from the drone footage that me and Harry Diamond flew out before, I know that the pin is at the back. I've got trees to come over. Obviously got quite a nice lie in the bunker now, so it's just a 4. It's got to be the 4-iron of my life, really. Ball position slightly further back. Going to grip just a tiny bit down. Wind's right to left here. Visualize the shot. Come on. Oh, I've nipped it. I've nipped it, and it's got a very nice bounce kind of down into the right hand side. I'm not sure it's going to be on the green, but it's not a bad shot. A little bit pulley. I think myself in some slightly tricky spots. It's okay, it's come down the slope, but kind of going to go over a little bit of a shoulder. Again, not a great lie. To go out of, to come out of Rory mode for a moment and to come back into Pete mode, getting it out on the course again, so different. Like the lies that you're getting. It's good practicing, like during the winter in the academy, in the studio and all the rest of it, but nothing can replace this. So a little sand, little lob wedge over the crest. It's going to break a little bit left to right. Andy's uphill. Trust the bounce. Come on. Ah. Yeah. A little bit off the bottom of the club, that. It was okay, but it wasn't okay. And now I left myself downhill right to left. Oh, just pushed it. Just pushed it. Wow. Rory, 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 Rory. Putting's never been my strength. In all fairness, those, apart from the 10th, which really is a birdie hole, they're relatively tricky holes though. So, but now I've got a drivable par 4 pretty much. Not an easy par 5, but if you get a good drive away, it's a short one. You could drive the next green, which is a par 4, even though it's very dangerous. Probably drive the 17th today with the wind that way. There's still a chance, but I mean, it's all gotta go right for me now. Oh, Rory, 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 Rory. 340 yards. Wind is, it's into, but maybe a little bit off the left. Elevated tee, he's probably only playing about 310. If I absolutely munch one with the pin at the front, I've got a chance of getting there, and I need it. Boy, do I need it. Come on, Rory. Time for one of those famous drives of yours, my friend. Oh, go on then. Go on then. Yeah, just in the heart of it. Struck it okay, tiny bit off the toe, but can't complain. That's left me a perfect chance for a chip in there. I can feel the tide changing here a little bit. I'm just gonna get a lob wedge here. I'm gonna just try and just nip it nice and tight, fly it most of the way to the pin and just try and grab it quite quick. I kind of fancy myself here actually. I need an eagle. was good. Didn't quite have that grab on the first bounce that I wanted. It just almost released out a touch more. It's okay though, it's a decent birdie chance. Yeah, just skipped on a touch more. It's actually, greens are quite firm. Which isn't a surprise really at Augusta when you think about it. But doesn't look like it's going to move much. I think maybe just inside right if anything. Oh, wowzers. Whew. Quick down here at Augusta. Now, I've heard through the grapevine that Schwartzel's actually going to birdie his last 4 holes. If I birdie my last 4 holes, that puts me at 3 under for the back 9 and ties for the lead. I think that's maybe the best I can hope for. This is a par 5 though, and it's one of those that if you cut the corner, it like really shortens the second down. It's a little bit downwind. I've nothing to lose. I'm just going to aim straight over the corner and just absolutely hammer it. Get that body moving. Got to hit it hard though on this line. Come on. Oh my God, that's mullered. That is mullered. I'm coming for you, Charles. I am coming for you, boyo. Next time I do one of these challenges / play the last round of a major championship, I need to warm up. I only got 124 yards left into a par 5. It's a weird one though, because it's, you literally, if you've got the carry on the corner, the difference between me carrying it here to carrying it like an extra, what, 20, 30 yards close to the green, probably isn't that much. Obviously, you've got to strike it well, but I'm in a good position here. So 120, 124 should I say, slightly downwind. 120 is a perfect gap wedge for me. So I'm going to hit this just to the right of the hole, touch a draw. When it pitches, it should zip back and left. So I'm aiming at that last tree on the left. It's going to draw it in a touch from that. Pin is tight left. Oh, it's just held on the wind. Ah, that's disappointing. That flight was a hell of a lot higher than I wanted it to be. I was hoping for something a little bit lower, a little bit more penetrating. That was just a misjudgment, missed club. Should have hit a wedge, just a pitching wedge, driven it down. Eagle try across the green. It's kind of up the hill from here. It's going to move right to left as well, subtly pretty much all the way. Drop a touch more at the end. That's gone really early actually. It's going to dove, might have pulled in a bit. Okay, now this hole, wow, this hole is a beauty. Right, this is it really, make or break time. 270 yards to this pin. Look at this hole. So water all the way basically between me and the hole. Dog leg left to right, out of bounds. It's just a beautiful hole. This is where it's make or break really. I've just got to hit an amazing shot. I'm going to aim just to the left edge of the green. If it moves a bit then great, if not then it should be in that gap. It's such a narrow entrance to this green. Like it juts out and then the river loops around it. Oh, my foot slipped a bit, but come on, cut. Oh, just left of the green. Bloody hell. As everyone knows, one of the most famous features down here at Reddish Augusta National Golf Club is Rays Creek. It's a lot bigger than I remember actually. It's a lot wider. I don't know, it might have been extended a little bit. That's all I got to say about that. Nice river. Just 54 degree, quite flat really, maybe a little bit right to left. Gets down there. Go. Decent, can't complain too much. All right. Well, I mean, so far the birdie blitz is coming along well. This next hole is a tricky one. So it's downwind. Now if I munch a driver again, I can get over the creek which sits in the middle of the fairway, but it's a tough ask. It's like, I don't know, maybe 290 to carry, which if I was fully loose and limbered and in full Rory mode, then I won't be too concerned about, but just not sure today. However, the situation probably dictates that I need to mount up and let the old horse ride. I don't know, is that a saying? Don't think it is, no. Just had word from from the rules officials. They're docking me a stroke for being an absolute idiot and not being able to count. Because I was 3 over when I got that first birdie, which put me back to 2 to 1 to level. So I'm 11 under. Even if I birdie these last 2, I'm going to finish 1 behind Charles, so I need an eagle. Oh, so it's a huge carry to get over the ditch from here. It's probably about 300. Here we go, hit the bridge, give it a whole wallop. It's up on the right. It's up on the slope on the right. That wasn't great. It actually looks down on the pin from there though, which is a small advantage, but a bit of an awkward stance. 73 yards. Get a downhill. Go on. Not too bad. It's amazing how I'm like, so birdie like the last 3 and I'm quite deflated after getting pointlessly excited because I can't add. It's all this working out in the gym, you see. It's taking muscle away from my head, put it into my bottom. I need to get more consistent in my routine as well. What the hell, all over the place. Downhill, right to left. Not going to move much to begin with, and then it is at the end. What the hell was that? What was that? Last round of the Masters. I'm dawdling it up to the hole. So the final hole here, I need a hole-in-one, which isn't going to be likely, but this is a pretty interesting hole. So like I said, Alistair Mackenzie design, the 18th at Augusta and the 18th here at Reddish Vale, exactly the same amount of elevation. The only difference is at Augusta, you've got this very tight kind of shot, which you'll be hitting that way through trees, bunkers over there, and then it goes up to the right and it's a steady incline all the way up. Here at Reddish you get to the bottom of the hill and then it's just up to the green. Now I can't reach the green, and unless I get a very good bounce I'm unlikely to be able to get a hole-in-one, and it's just it's like a 5-iron to the bottom of the slope and then a 7-iron up. I'm actually like disappointed. Like actually properly disappointed. Yeah, actually disheartened about I don't know, what would you call this? I mean, not an imposter, but I'm pretending to be somebody who had a bad round 11 years ago at a golf course, an 8-hour flight away. I lost it, I'm actually losing it. Right, 5-iron, come on, let's finish with a good birdie. This, I've not birdied this hole yet, I played it 2 times so far. Yeah, that's basically all you need to do. It's going to be slightly better up the right, I suppose. You get a shot up the green, but that's all it is. Just a layup. Come on, let's go congratulate Charles. Now I've learnt my lesson from last time here. Plays like a good 1.5 clubs longer than what I expect. Yeah, pin's still not in view. So it's 150, that'd normally be a 9-iron. So I'm gonna hit an 8. Oh, come on, Rory, come on. Still got second place to play for here. Still got first loser to play for, come on. Go on then. Now if you see it bounce, that means it's short. Come on, up we go. I tell you this, when you get on the 18th at Augusta, steep man, that's steep. Oh, all right though, fortunately, I am an athlete. Yeah, the more you say it, the more I might believe it. Athlete. This puts for 1 under, so that put me to 12, and that put me into a tie for second with Scott and Day, I think. After my previous error with scores, I don't want to count said chickens. Now this green is an absolute nightmare. It's so steep. So it's uphill, big right to left. Like if you get above the hole here, good night. So all the way up here, big slope. Wow. Best putt of the day, I think, so far. Oh, maybe my putting's warming up as well. Right. Oh, the patrons kind of rise to their feet, and a sympathetic applause is probably the best way of looking at it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, the green jacket remains elusive. Listen, I had it in my own hands heading into the back 9. I was 1 stroke clear. I know what I needed to do and just got off to a bad start. Yeah, it's amazing. Like that walk between the 9th and the 10th tee, how much I stiffened up and how early in the morning it suddenly became. I think that really got to me. And maybe if I do a challenge like this again, I'll put a little bit more time and dedication into that round ritual. Course was playing tough. It was really, really tough out there. The greens, I think, were probably a little bit slower than I wanted them to be first thing, and then probably a little bit quicker than I wanted them to be afterwards. Listen, Charles is a great guy. Spent a lot of time with him, got a lot of respect from down there in South Africa, great wine country. And I think this will be maybe his only major, actually, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see him winning one for at least the next 10 years. They've got my sizes, okay? I've been favourite for this tournament, I think pretty much since I was 6 years old, if I listen to all the press cuttings. And listen, this course suits me down to the ground, and I'm just going to keep coming back. I'm going to keep trying until eventually I can complete the career Grand Slam, slip on, excuse me, no respect, slip on that beautiful, weirdly green coloured jacket. Right guys, just want to say a huge thank you for watching and congratulations to Charles. Well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you are enjoying the Masters at the moment as well. Really feels like the season has fully started, especially after the last 12 months. Kind of feels like we're getting back to some sense of normality, hopefully so. Okay everybody, see you next time.